Chapter 6:18. There was a dash of uncertainty and doubt on Michael's face. He was almost convinced that his wife had run away with the money. There was no other better explanation than this. How could four adults disappear out of thin air just like that? Even if they did, there must be some clues or traces left behind, right? The more he thought about it, the more certain he was that Lucy might have betrayed him. Indeed, she was very rich now with the winning and their $25 million cash. He huffed and bit his lips in anguish, then said, "No, I can't just wait here. I want to go to Elaine and ask her in person." The annoyed Lady Richards smacked Michael with her cane and cursed, "You'd better get some answers from her and find Lucy. Even if you can't find her, get the $25 million back for me. You don't have to come back if you can't get the money. I'll just assume that I only have one son." Michael nodded dejectedly. "Okay, all right, I'll go now." Suddenly, Lady Richards said, "Wait. I'll go with you." "Why?" "Mom, you'll only create more trouble if you go." "Did you just say I'll create more trouble?" Lady Richard cursed. "After losing all the money, you dare say that I'm a troublemaker? I must go. Nothing you say or do can stop me. If you don't resolve this matter, I'll break ties with you and live with Trump." Annoyed and upset, Michael nodded reluctantly and said, "All right, fine, let's go then." They quickly rushed out to take a taxi and went straight to Elaine's house. Meanwhile, Alex and Trump were sitting in the living room watching TV while Elaine was alone in the room, wailing and weeping under the blanket for the $2 million that she lost and the broken jade bangle. At this moment, there was a sudden bang on the door. Alex went to open the door and frowned when he saw Lady Richard and Michael standing at the door. He asked in an unfriendly tone, "What are you doing here?" The agitation in Lady Richard's messy mind increased the minute she saw Alex. She cursed while trying to push Alex away. "Get out of my way, loser. I want to see Elaine." The frown grew deeper between Alex's eyes. His cold voice persisted, "Old lady, we're no longer related to you and you aren't welcome here." "What did you just say?" Lady Richard growled angrily, "How dare you? Watch your tongue, you disrespectful jerk. Do you really think you're still the head of the Richard family? Do you really think your dominant and pompous attitude still works wherever you go? Again, you are not welcome here, so get lost." Alex wanted to close the door when Trump ran over after hearing the commotion. He, too, frowned when he saw the two people standing at the door and asked, "What are you doing here?" Lady Richard snorted and asked with sheer majestic temperament, "Trump, do you still see me as your mother?" Trump was startled, but he replied steadily, "Well, you were the one wanting to sever ties with me. You should ask yourself if you see me as your son." Lady Richard's face twisted in embarrassment. She blurted, "Blood is thicker than water. I'm always your mother no matter what." Trump sighed in annoyance. He was fed up with being put down and insulted by his own mother, so he said in dismay, "You kick me out of the house and cut ties with me when you're tired of me, but you call yourself my mother when you need me. Are you serious? I'm sorry, I don't want such a mother." Trump immediately turned his head and went back inside. Alex smiled at the unwanted guests and said, "Well, you've heard what my father-in-law said. Please go back."